So in today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 bad habits that may be subconsciously sabotaging you, particularly if you consider yourself an empathic person. Now, I consider myself an empathic person, and there was one bad habit that I bought into and spent most of my 20s and 30s trying to kick. So this habit may be tripping you up as well if you consider yourself an empathic person. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're a returning visitor, thank you for coming back. My name is Elizabeth Ritchie. I'm a registered clinical counselor and a certified life coach. I have a master's degree in counseling psychology. And for many years, I've worked with men, women, and young adults, helping them bust through blocks that are holding them back from living their most fulfilled and joyous lives. So if you like this video today, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you are interested in more videos on mental wellness. All right, let's get to it. Let's talk about 3 bad habits that may be thwarting you without you really even realizing it. So number 1, the first one of the bad habits is buying into the when-then conundrum. So what I mean by that is, when I lose 20 pounds, then I'm going to be happy. Or when I get that promotion at work, then my life will really be good. Things will really start happening. When I get that perfect partner, then my life will be complete. And so that is a bad habit that is robbing you of your happiness right now. So if you find yourself falling into that when-then conundrum, you want to shake yourself out of that. And you want to experience happiness now. And it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, you can find joy in your life right now without losing 20 pounds, without making another $100,000 a year or another $10,000 a year, or getting that car that you've always wanted, or getting the perfect wife or the perfect husband. You can be happy now, regardless of circumstances. And, the work here, I've got the work by Viktor Frankl, The Will to Meaning. He's a very prolific, seminal, groundbreaking psychotherapist who found meaning while being imprisoned in Auschwitz during World War II, the concentration camp. So if somebody who is in a concentration camp and has nothing can find meaning and purpose and even joy, fleeting glimpses of joy in that horrible situation, then everybody can. And that was the theory behind all his work that came after he survived that concentration camp. So you want to lose the when-then mindset, and you want to be happy now. Okay, bad habit number 2 that you may subconsciously be doing that you might not even realize, or holding this in your mind, is expecting life to be easy. Now, none of us are going to get out of this alive, to use the old joke, right? We're all going to die at some point, and every single one of us has also had something devastating happen or tragic. And, it's recognizing that everybody has their own story, and that life will not always be sunshine and roses. And sometimes it will be hard, and it is hard. But it's finding the meaning in that difficulty and using it as a growth opportunity. So again, hearkening back to Viktor Frankl's book, The Will to Meaning, and it's about man's search for meaning, or woman's search for meaning. And, with his theory as a survivor of the concentration camps during World War II, surviving Auschwitz, he felt that it was his purpose, like he found meaning in the survival of those camps. And that he felt that that is what helped him to survive, is that he had meaning, he had purpose. His purpose was to make it through and then share his story with the world and to help others. So, again, talking about difficult circumstances, a concentration camp is right up there with probably some of the toughest. Life is hard. So I think shaking that notion of it's all meant to be easy does us a great service in the end. So that's bad habit number 2, losing that template that life is always supposed to be easy, because that's not the case. All right, bad habit number 3 is expecting others to rescue you, save you, anoint you, appoint you, discover you, just waiting for someone to come along and fix everything, or expecting another person to fulfill your needs. That is bad habit number 3. So waiting for that rescue or waiting for that permission from someone else, when that needs to come intrinsically from yourself. You need to give yourself permission to do a certain thing or act a certain way or say something. You need to anoint yourself or appoint yourself as CEO of your own life instead of waiting for someone else to tell you what to do and how to do it. It could be something that, if you're trying to start a business, or you're marketing, or you're an actor or actress, and instead of waiting to be discovered, waiting for someone just miraculously to come along and say, hey, you're the next best thing, it's promoting yourself and you helping yourself to be discovered by others. So it's that just taking responsibility for your life. It's having that locus of control, which is within you. It's not external. It's within you to do all those things. And this third habit is also the one where I said that if you're an empath or an empathic person, that you can get tripped up. Because as an empathic person, which I feel I am, and for those of you that feel you're empathic people, you have a good ability to understand the needs of others and to figure out what other people might be needing in a particular moment. And it's kind of like a sixth sense in some ways. So without somebody even saying something, you might be able to tell by their demeanor, their body language, what it is that they are seeking. And you might be a little more fine-tuned to it than the average person. So because it's so easy for empaths to read other people, so to speak, not all people, but some people, we start to think, and this was the bad habit that tripped me up through my 20s and 30s, we think that everybody thinks like us, and we think that everybody has the same skill and sensitivity to pick up what other people need. So what happens is we say things like, my husband should know, how I was feeling, because this was an important thing to me and he knew it was important and it didn't go the way that I wanted. Therefore, he should have acted this way to kind of comfort me, but he didn't. He just blew it off. And so you're putting your expectations on other people. And that can be, that can cause all sorts of problems, because that other person, one, they may not be as empathic as you are, so they're not as good as reading the signs, and they completely could have missed signs that you were distressed or upset or frustrated or whatever it was. And two, have you even communicated with them whether they want to take on those expectations you are giving them? whether they want to be obligated to behave how you want them to behave and do what you want them to do and show up like you want them to show up in the world. So this is where a lot of issues start. And the way to fix it is, one, don't assume that people know what it is that you need. You have to be able to tell them and have maybe a more challenging conversation, but communicate your needs and say, this is what I'm looking for. And then give that other person the chance to say, well, yes, I think I can fulfill that and I'm happy to, or no, I don't think I can fulfill your expectations. And it's not really what I'm interested in right now. So that can save a lot of drama and heartbreak and emotions, which I, experienced in my 20s and 30s from thinking that other people think like me. So if you're an empath, that's something you really want to check with yourself, that you're not assuming people know what you want just because you're good at doing it. So that would be something really worth paying attention to. Okay, so there you have it. The 3 bad habits you want to watch out for because they could be subconsciously sabotaging your best efforts. So bad habit number 1 was buying into the when-then mindset. So the when-then mindset. When I find the perfect partner, then my life will be perfect. We want to be happy now. So that was bad habit number 1. Bad habit number 2, I talked about Viktor Frankl in the concentration camp. It's expecting life to be easy. Life is not easy. Life is hard. Life is hard for everybody. Everybody has had difficult circumstances, some more than others. That life is hard, but it also can be joyous and easy at times. And as Viktor Frankl in the concentration camp discovered, even in the worst situations, you can find joy and you can find meaning. And bad habit number 3 was not waiting for other people to fulfill your needs. Not waiting for other people to say, you are this new anointed person. You have permission to do this. It's not waiting. You've got the control. You can make it happen. If you are not sure, it's speaking up and not assuming and not falling into the empath trap of thinking, because I know what people want, they will know what I want. So that was the thing that tripped me up. I don't want it to trip you up. And there are the 3 bad habits that you now can be aware of and watch out for, and ensure that you're living the life you want on your terms without having those pitfalls in the way. So if you like this video today, I hope you give it a like. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more videos on mental wellness, and we'll see you again soon.